We often do not realize how beauty standards in America affect our young women. In this video, I'll be asking 3 first-year Montclair State students how they feel about the appearance in America. Do they ever feel pressure to conform to society norms? And do they ever feel like their figures and features are underrepresented in American media? The American society's beauty standards affect one's perception of self in adolescent years because it idolizes appearance. Matters?
Yes, it does. In today's society, it really does, because that's the first thing people would judge you based off your appearance.
Do you ever worry about like how you appear to others?
Yeah, sometimes, for example, my natural hair, usually I wear braids or like weaves, but like wearing my natural hair, I was kind of conscious about what people think. And like I did have situations where people did talk about my like several negative things about my natural hair, such as it's not that you should get a perm or straighten it because it's not acceptable.
Do you worry about how you appear to others as a woman?
At times I do, because I wonder what people will think about me or what people will say. Like if my hair's a certain kind of way or if I dress a certain kind of way, I wonder what people may think or what people may say when it comes to my appearance.
So appearance matters everywhere, I feel.
Okay. Do you ever feel like the American culture represents your like religion or ethnicity well?
Yeah, I get stereotyped a lot, obviously. But like that's just because like there's some ignorant people out there. Like
the American beauty standards affect our perception of self in adolescent years because they give us a sense of pressure to conform. Society's appearance norms are so important to America that even Marines feel the need and the pressure to conform to societal norms, to the point where they're deciding to go under these costly surgeries, which is kind of crazy to me, because if Marines could feel that need, people that we look up to in our society, who's to say our president doesn't feel that need? And why don't we think that females or young girls will feel the need to fit into society and the pressures that come along with it? To fit in to society's standards of beauty?
Yes and no. I would have to say yes because I have blemishes on my face, so sometimes I might think I need some makeup to cover that up.
Where you felt insecure, like you had to fit in towards the way society usually looks, girls usually present themselves?
Of course, I feel like every girl has a situation where they feel as though they need to do something or change something about themselves. For example, I overheard girls talking in the car, oh my gosh, she has a nice body, I want to get a butt enhancement or a boob enhancement just to look exactly like her. So there's always people on the media displaying themselves as, oh, you should look like this, or Kylie Jenner lips enhancement, you should do that too. So yeah, of course, every girl has that feeling of changing something about them.
so I feel like I have more of a pressure to try to look like pretty, like in my hijab, to show other people like, hey, like just because I'm a hijabi doesn't mean I can't look beautiful as well. In America, like it makes like the hijab an oxymoron. And the reason for the hijab is to like just to feel confident about who you are as like a spiritual individual, not your looks.
The American beauty standards affect our perception of self in adolescent years because of the underrepresented features and figures. Seeing a dark-skinned girl in a magazine or females that resembled you?
No, I have not. I never saw a dark-skinned girl. Usually in magazines, I used to see like white European ladies in magazines with blue eyes and blonde hair, the norm.
Did fitting in stop you from like loving your natural self? Like, did people ever pick on you for a specific thing?
Yes, they have. My natural hair, like I said before, I recall a time I was in a bus and these two girls from Earthton High School, they came in a bus, and one girl made a remark about, oh my gosh, your hair is so nappy, she should have put a perm or straighten her hair.
I decided to ask my Jamaican stepmother about her experiences with society's norms, their beauty standards. What does she think about appearance? How was appearance in her hometown compared to appearance here in America, to kind of get her perspective on the subject.
Where are you from or grew up? I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. I grew up in a place called Charlotte Crescent, one of our inner cities of Kingston. Inner city meaning the ghetto. Were you confident while growing up, and why? Yes, I was confident while I was growing up. I guess it was more, why? Because I guess it was more, I was brought up in a family where everybody would motivate you. Even the strangers down the street, across the street. You'll always have somebody saying, make sure you do good in school, make sure you this, and they always look out for you. My confidence, because I knew there's always somebody out there wanting to see me do good, praying that I do good, and I had to make sure of it. The next question is, do you ever get picked on as a child or feel pressured to fit in? Yes, I've gotten picked on as a child. I think every Jamaican had gotten picked on as a child, to be honest with you. They used to say my head was big, my forehead was big, and I was red. You always had somebody encouraging you to say, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, don't worry about your big head. It makes you look nice. All Jamaicans, we joke in weird ways, you might, but then nobody cares. It's just more of, you better accept it and move on and know that it's a joke or it's real. Accept it and just go. And it didn't bother us. I guess no, it didn't feel pressured to fit in. I think we didn't. Oh, it was never an issue. There was no pressure. Nobody saying, oh, you better make sure you have a flat tummy or you can't be a part of, this group. Coming to America, leaving Jamaica and coming to America, I noticed that it's all about, you have to have a big butt. You have to have a flat tummy. You have to have the longest hair. Who has the prettiest makeup or eyelash or lipstick, or everybody's in competition with themselves or somebody else. Like, you always want to try to outdo somebody. So yes, I think appearance matters more in America, because it doesn't seem like in Jamaica you can go down the street without makeup. Who cares how you look? I think appearance matters a lot in America. I think that's what everybody eats, sleep, and breathe over here, because everybody's trying to fit in.
From the testimonies of the 3 Montclair State women in the video, we can clearly see that they think that appearances do matter in American culture. They do feel some type of pressure to conform, and they do feel like their features and figures are underrepresented in our culture. That is the complete contrast to how a Jamaican woman may feel in a Jamaican society. Now, on the other hand, the Jamaican society beauty standards are completely different from the beauty standards in America. And I think that this calls to say that the American beauty standards are clearly affecting the self-perception and insecurities in our young women today.